Also, we need to open up the hip flexors, engage the glutes, tuck the pelvis under so the person isn't like lordotic, like anterior pelvic tilt. Now, don't get me wrong, we can. I know there's like plenty of smart people out there, smarter than me. We can go into anterior pelvic tilt, posterior pelvic tilt, all this shit. At the end of the day, your glutes are the biggest muscles in your body, or they should be,
Hmm.
next to your lats, right? For surface area, the lats cover more space, but your glutes should be the biggest muscles in your body. If they're not, you're kind of fucked, right? Because it supports your pelvis, supports your lower back, and is the center of force production. But there's different reasons as to why this might be the case. So it doesn't matter who you are, whatever you can do to kind of extend the hips, strengthen the glutes, strengthen the lower back, strengthen your posterior chain, that's the key. It's 100% the key. Now, jiu-jitsu, as you would know, like being a powerlifter, right? Like it's all posterior chain. It's all, the deadlift, the squat. I mean, as much as you use your quads, if you haven't got a strong back, like mid, upper, lower, erector muscles, if it's not strong, you're not going to be a good powerlifter. In the same way, like you need a really strong back to be able to bench, right? Like that's the thing I've learned in the last 5 years is talking with people way stronger than me is talking about creating this base to be able to bench. I've never had a good bench press, right? But it's very interesting to me how much powerlifters work on their upper back to support their bench press, which I found really interesting. But here's the thing. Jiu-jitsu is all about staying safe. So everything's tight. You don't want to get extended with your arm or extended with your neck to get guillotined. So even though that's safe, it doesn't mean it's healthy. So the
Yeah.
thing is, we have to have an approach which isn't just like I had this guy talk a bunch of shit about our program. He's like, "Where's the gi pull-ups? Where's the explosive rotational exercises?" I was like, "Bro, trust me when I say that you're not trying to replicate jiu-jitsu in the gym. We are not trying to do that. If anything, we're trying to counter it. We're trying to give you movements that are going to balance out the ills that jiu-jitsu does for you so that when you go back to the mat, you're not getting injured. You are balanced out. You are restored. You are stronger. You're more well-rounded. So you have greater tolerance for distress. Yes, can you get stronger for those movements in jiu-jitsu? Of course. But if you look at the best athletes at the uppermost level, they are doing plenty of work outside of what they do. And I don't know why we have this strange mentality. Maybe it's just the immaturity of what jiu-jitsu is, that which is look at a guy like look at any top athlete, look at like a LeBron James, or look at like a super elite football player, soccer player, what have you. They are in the gym whenever they can. They are lying down and doing their recovery whenever they can. Their nutrition is dialed in. They're all this stuff because they are fucking professional. Now, obviously, they might be getting paid millions of dollars, but if you can see someone who's ultra elite at their sport doing that, why would you not think that's a good idea in the context of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu? It's just because when we put our gis on or we put our Jiu Jitsu brain on, we get fucking stupid. We get dumb. They're like, oh no, well, jujitsu's different. No, it's fucking not. Like, you need to be a fucking gymnast. You need to be ultra fit. You need to be a wrestler. Like, if we can look at our grappling family, judo, wrestling, sambo, jujitsu, jiu-jitsu is kind of the joke of the grappling world in terms of how it approaches looking after the body. If you look at wrestlers, they are basically trained gymnasts. They can backflip, they can cartwheel, they are so athletic. Their athletic conditioning requirements so much higher. They basically do the same thing as us, except it's limited. Yet they do so much more to prepare their bodies, right?
Yeah.